World paying for Fukushima legacy. Written by Patrick O'Donnell from Burleigh Waters, Queensland, Australia, from the Gold Coast Sun. The reason I'm going to read you this story is because I believe what he's saying and more. In March 2013, Japan's Fukushima No. 456 nuclear reactor exploded due to an earthquake. My question is, was it a man-made earthquake on purpose? Another 20,000 people died near to the reactor, and the nuclear cloud hit Ireland and the USA. Water was pumped into the reactors in an effort to keep them cool. This radioactive water then flowed back into the Pacific Ocean, spreading as far as the United States, killing thousands of sea life. Well, I'm not sure if it's about how many sea life has been killed, but how much sea life has been affected by this radioactive waste that we're now eating. Think about it. In an effort to clear up the area, 10 million one-ton bags of contaminated soil is now stacked around the site, and this material will remain dangerous for 30 years, as will the millions of litres of contaminated water stored in tanks. Cancer deaths around Fukushima has increased by 35% since the explosion. The Pacific Ocean is already badly contaminated, and all oceans are expected to be contaminated in the near future, and that will create a huge food shortage and health hazard. We'll stop eating seafood, we don't need it, and the sea life, like oysters and other things, can help soak up all that nuclear waste. Rain clouds are formed when water evaporates, rises, and forms clouds. Most of this evaporation comes from seawater, and how much radioactive material is now in our drinking water, used by us and animals worldwide. The water is also used to grow our fruit, vegetable, grain crops, and more. Experts expect the Fukushima reactor will continue to spew out radioactive water into the ocean for another 20 years, and the Japanese government claims everything is under control. Nothing to see here. Many people worldwide are already checking their food and water using the Geiger counters. Well, Chernobyl is supposed to be the worst nuclear disaster ever, and that's still not under control. And that happened in the mid-80s, and it was a level 7 incident. Well, I've read that this Fukushima disaster is also a level 7 incident, which makes it equally as bad as Chernobyl. Yet they're playing it down, saying 20 years should be right. How many more people are going to get nuclear active poisoning from eating seafood now? Be careful and do some research on Fukushima before you keep eating seafood.